Recorded Books presents A Better Ape, The Evolution of the Moral Mind and How It Made Us Human, by Victor Kumar and Richmond Campbell. Narrated by Chris Henry Coffey. Preface. Origins. In the beginning, strands of organic material floated on the face of the deep. A cellular fortress, once found, offered protection from the lawless, ravaging forces in the wilderness beyond, yet granted entry to those heathens who could be converted to the earliest doctrines of procreation. Life was fruitful and increased in number. The waters teemed. Half of life's history passed with only simple cells to bear witness. Then, 2 billion years ago, some cells began to engulf others. Cells within cells were delegated such tasks as storing designs and producing energy. It would take another 500 million years for complex cells to join forces en masse to assemble a new superorganism. Eventually, multicellular life became multifunctional. A division of labor was contracted between cell groups, leading to the evolution of plants, fungi, worms, and fish less than 1 billion years ago. Within a few 100 million years of their first appearance, all of these organisms gained the wherewithal to leave the ocean and colonize the once empty land. Starting only 30 or 40 million years ago, some animals took another step by establishing social collectives, banding together into troops, packs, and pods. They protected one another, shared food, and raised offspring together. Cooperation gave rise to elephants and wolves, dolphins and whales, monkeys and apes. Finally, on a single branch of the tree of life, within just one small family of social primates, a new kind of ultra-cooperative animal evolved. During the last few moments of life's immense history, nature created humankind. And was it good? Too soon to tell. The earth and its bounty brings forth an overabundance of life. In the struggle for existence, the laws of natural selection favor individuals who happen to possess superior abilities to survive and reproduce. In general, nature does not look after organisms that do not look after themselves, much less those that sacrifice their own interests for the sake of rivals. Yet, during major evolutionary transitions in the history of life, individuals joined forces, the parts enlisted in the service of the whole. The activities of complex organisms began to subsume the activities of their constituents. And so, evolution slowly expanded its focus. The units of natural selection were no longer just individual cells, but also groups of individuals, groups of groups, and so on. Strife was inevitable. Individual units developed persistent conflicts of interest. The heedless pursuit of parochial self-interest was fatal to collective unity. Within a complex organism, most possibilities for advancing self-interest have long been foreclosed. Cells cannot generally survive outside their designated home, cancerous cells being an unfortunate exception. Within a group of cooperative animals, however, individuals confront a recurring temptation to advance their own interests at the expense of the group. A cooperative animal usually depends on fellows, its interests yoked to theirs. But the risks of spurning or exploiting the collective are sometimes worth the opportunity of lucrative personal gains in reproductive fitness. Cooperative species are therefore uncommon in nature. Capable of deeply flexible and open-ended cooperation, ultra-cooperative species are so rare that only one now remains. We exist, alongside every other living human, because our ancestors found a way to sustain a wide range of interdependencies. They became moral. Deep within our family tree, feelings of kinship expanded in scope. Our ancestors left surviving descendants by caring consistently for one another.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?